Hello friends. Today we will see the fundamental parameters of antenna, the radiation pattern part 1. Now here the antenna radiate the more in the one direction and less in the other direction. This is called as the radiation property of antenna. Many times the equation represent the graphical representation but doesn't give the idea about the radiation. There are some other properties of antenna need to learn and understand, and this is useful to select the specific antenna for the specific kind of application. So now fundamental parameters are used to describe the performance of any antenna. Some of parameters are interrelated and not all of them need to be specified for complete description of the antenna performance. The examples of that is gain, which is equal to the antenna radiation efficiency into the directivity. Another example is the half power beam width and the directivity. There are different fundamental parameters of antenna available over there. Based on that, we need to select the proper antenna and for the specific applications. So these are the radiation pattern, directivity, gain, efficiency, half power beam width, bandwidth, polarization, input impedance, radiation efficiency, effective length, effective area, and the radiation sphere. Well, the radiation pattern. What is the radiation pattern? An antenna radiation pattern or the antenna pattern is defined as a mathematical function or a graphical representation of the radiation properties of the antenna as a function of a space coordinate. So in a three-dimensional view, we get it a particular location of the antenna in three-dimensional view, and these are the spatial coordinates we get it over there. In most cases, the radiation pattern is determined in the far field region, which is normally called as the long distance from the specified antenna. Then the radiation properties includes the radiation intensity, field strength, directivity, and the polarization. Now, coordinate system for antenna analysis. So in a given figure, at the center point of that, here the test antenna is available, and at some distance r, the specific probe antenna or the antenna which need to be observing the specific pattern of the particular test antenna, and this will be moving on in all directions. So here the theta is the particular angular separation along the z-axis. Phi is the angular separation with respect to x-axis, which is moving on from 0 to 2 pi, and r is the distance from the specified antenna. The radiation property of most concern is two or three-dimensional spatial distribution of radiation energy as a function of the observer position along a path or surface of constant radius. A convenient set of coordinate is shown in figure, and we need to be observed the maximum field pattern of that. So here the specifically, if you see the particular cross sectional area of that, the one of the component is r sine theta d phi, we get it. Another one is the particular this cross sectional area. For that, the particular area is the r d theta, we get it, and the multiplication of these two component is called as the cross sectional area of the particular location, we get it over there. That is the d of a is equal to r square sine of theta d theta d phi. So here E of theta is equal to 60 pi I L upon r lambda sine of theta is given. If the particular location we need to be tested over there, for that the particular current is fixed. If you apply the voltage, length is fixed for the antenna, r is the distance from the source location and for the given operating of the frequency, the wavelength is also the fixed one. So for fixed frequency length and distance r, these all particular parameters are fixed, and this is the maximum one, we get it over there, and it is represented as a E of m. So E of theta is equal to E of m sine of theta. Here, if the theta is equal to the 90 degree over there, then we get it the maximum value 1, and here the E theta is the maximum available over there. So this is the all about the arrangement of the coordinate system. Normally, whenever we observe the location, if we change the theta with respect to the phi is constant, or if we change the phi with respect to theta is a constant, and three-dimensional view will be converted into the two-dimensional view. So this is all about the coordinate system. Next to that, the moment of antenna is also equally important for that. There are two antennas are mentioned over there. One is the azimuth angle, that is a phi, which is moving on from 0 to 2 pi, and this antenna specifically the moment takes place in a horizontal manner, so it is moving on in this manner, whereas the another antenna in figure B shows the elevation angle theta is equal to 0 to pi. This particular antenna is moving on in a vertical manner. So in the next slide, that will show how the particular location takes place. So for the first antenna, we will see here, you can see the particular moment takes place in horizontal manner, that is called as the azimuth angle, and it will be moving in either direction of the respective location over there. So moment takes place from 0 to 2 pi. Next one is the elevation angle, which is moving on from 0 to pi, and it is moving on up one direction and a downward direction. Then here, how to observe the particular radiation pattern of the antenna, that we need to be understand properly, and this is the test setup arrangement. We have it over there to check the specific amount of the power received by the dipole antenna at the reception end, and we need to see how much amount of the power available at the specified distance d. So here the transmitter is available, which will supply the amount of power or the energy to the log periodic antenna, where the electric signal will be fed to that, and the log periodic antenna that will convert it into the electromagnetic waves. And these electromagnetic waves will be radiating one from the free space medium, and it will be received at the reception point of the antenna, where it is located as a dipole antenna. Then this particular dipole antenna, we are moving one slowly from one point to the another one at the stepper through the stepper motor, and we will get the amount of the signal received at the reception point. So if we move the dipole antenna in all direction, and we need to check the quality of the signal on the reception point, and based on that we will get the particular maximum strength of the signal for the reception point. So few points to be noted over there. So distance between the two antenna, that is called as the far field, which is the maximum distance between the transmitting antenna and receiving antenna. This distance will be r greater than or equal to 2d square upon lambda. Second point is that the frequency of both the antenna must be same. So tuning frequency of transmitting antenna and the receiving antenna, that should be same, so that it should be tuned properly both the antennas, and we should get it a maximum strength of the signal. Third one is that polarization of the transmitting antenna and the receiving antenna both should be same. So this polarization, if it is the same one, we will get it the maximum strength of the signal, and we receive the signal properly at the reception point. So this is the setup over there to test the particular strength of the signal and how to obtain the radiation pattern of the specified antenna. So this is the all about how the particular strength and the signal available, checking of the radiation pattern, checking of the radiation intensity. This is all about mentioned over there. Okay, thank you very much.